The Amaa 2021 nominations announcement was held at the Ebony Life Place, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria, over the weekend. While announcing the nominees for the 26 categories, the head of the jury, Steve Ayorinde, said movies were submitted from different countries of the continent. He also noted that the 2021 list of nominees reflects the brilliance of filmmakers across the continent. Among the nominees, the film Gravedigger'S Wife from Somalia received the most nominations in 10, including nominations in categories like an award for Best Film in African Language, the award for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and Best Director. The film, which is a co-production of companies from France, Somalia, Germany, and Finland, tells the story of Guled Omar Abdi, a grave digger in Djibouti who is struggling to raise money to pay for surgery when his wife Nasra becomes gravely ill with kidney disease. The Gravedigger's Wife, also Somalia's first official entry for the Best International Feature Film category at the 2021 Academy Awards and premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in July. Movies like Nyara, Tanzania, Omogeto, The Saga, Nigeria, Eimofe, Nigeria, African American, South Africa, and Ayinla, Nigeria also received multiple nominations. Nigerian actress and Big Brother Niger star Oluwabamike Olawumi Adenibuyan Bam Bam was nominated in Best Young Promising Actor for a role in the movie Collision Course. Mr. Ayorinde also revealed that Nollywood movies like Citation, Omogeto, The Thousand Broken Butterfly, Bad Comments, and The Lady Called Life are amongst the 40 out of 500 movies submitted for this award this year. Criteria for nomination: Mr. Ayorinde noted that the nominated movies speak the language of cinema and have high production values.
Believe in what we're doing. I think everybody wants to do Amaa, as in the team wants to do Amaa, because it's a vacuum we feel in African cinema where we actually let the world know what is the best in African cinema. And I think if we've lasted 17 years, we're doing something right. Well, the 100 Film Project is actually just taking something that I've been doing. You know, I've always trained young people across Africa, but most of the time you train and then they don't have anything to go to or jobs to go to. So empower them to make their next film, the first film, and that way they will be employed to do like involved in their own production company whilst learning. So after you learn, you now have your production company and your production team. That's what we're actually doing now. So because over the years when I train, there's the next thing is they're hanging around. So I just realized that there wasn't any need to train if they can't practice. So we're going to take each stage at a time, train, then move you into the next stage of actually practicing, and then showing you the way to process it to make sure you go from script to screen. And that's why we've partnered with a whole lot of different people to actualize it. So not only will they submit 3-line scripts, we will now develop them in a boot camp before we choose the final scripts that will be made. And the distributors will also be involved throughout the whole process so that they'll know what works, because the distributors are the ones that know what cinemas want, what the streamers want, what everybody wants.
Okay, it's quite sharing that entries are coming from places we've never had before, and of course some other films that are involved, European countries, American companies, from filmmakers. How do you feel about this?
Well, I was glad to see Arab Africa submitting this year, and submitting in quite a few numbers, because normally they don't, so I was happy to see Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco submit their films this year, and I was happy that they have started to accept Amaa. Haiti as well brought in their film. So I think for us it's showing that there's more acceptance regardless. Initially there was all this, oh, maybe it's a Nigerian thing, but it's gone. That's long gone now. Everybody's fine with the fact that it is an African award.
As the president of the jury, but the difference is that last year it was a pandemic era. Most of the things that we did were basically virtual. But this year, I was telling somebody, half of the jury, for example, was in FESPACO, which is the biggest, perhaps one of the biggest film festivals in Africa. So it was an opportunity for the half of the jury that was in FESPACO to meet, because what we say is that before the nomination, it will be an intensive 3 weeks leading up to the nominations. Once the College of Screeners pruned down the number of films, the jury will need about, give and take 3 weeks to look through all the nominated ones and then, start the process of selecting which ones will be nominated. So for me, it's been fun. This time around, at least jury members can travel. Some will come to Nigeria. So it's unlike last year, in which case we were cocoon. This year has been nice, has been very buoyant. The discussions have been, a lot more elevated, and we've also had more films than last year. So you can see from the lineup of the films that we had, film from Tunisia, film from Namibia, from Tanzania. Last year was also good though. About 5 of the films that we had were their country's representatives to at the Oscars, including the Nigerian film that won for Amaa last year, The Make Made. This year too, there are about 1 or 2 that we've already had, at their country's representative. But what I like most about this year is the fact that many more African countries that have not been, it takes time to join, are also now on board. Short films, animation films. I mean, almost like 200 animation films, which is why you will see that we are nominating about 8. I mean, that's something to encourage you. Not everybody will be able to shoot feature films. You will need support. It's not like most African countries are not like Nigeria, where you can do pa. Elsewhere in Africa, people wait for commission, their film commissions, donor agencies, etc., to support them. So we applaud the fact that when a country says, oh, the only thing we're able to send is a short film or animation, it gladdens our heart that at least they are participating. So participation has been key. And like a film festival, what Amaa does to you is that, it's a window into the culture and tradition and values of other countries, and you see that through the eyes of the filmmaker, through the cinemas of their country. So it's a major platform that allows you as a critic, as a juror, as somebody who has film in his DNA, to enjoy what the African cinema is saying. I think African cinema has come of age, and I'm also particularly elated this year that unlike the previous years, we now have Nigerian films competing very well in the highly technical areas. You have our films in editing categories, in production, in set design, in screenplay, in all those ones, not just acting. We're not just all about melodrama. We now have films that are competing favorably with the best in other parts of Africa that have funding and co-production agreements, with other people elsewhere. So I like that this year, life is gradually returning, and we can see that return in, the quality of films that were submitted.